This is a common occurrence where a man staggers in the midst of a crowd. Suddenly, he collapses, seemingly unaware of what's happening. Blood pours from his mouth, marking the beginning of the zombie outbreak. People watch the young man's collapse without offering assistance. Moments later, his face takes on a terrifying appearance as he unexpectedly attacks a pedestrian, viciously biting anyone he assaults. Emergency messages spread through people's phones, announcing the rapid spread of a madness-inducing disease. People flee, trying to save themselves from the zombie onslaught, with hundreds falling victim to the attacks in an instant. Scenes of panicked escape unfold throughout the city as people try to evade the zombie onslaught. The government works to establish safe havens and blockade areas around Busan. Humans attempt to defend against the rapidly spreading zombie epidemic. However, the problem arises as 30 million zombies approach the government blockade. Survivors of the zombie outbreak gather in refugee areas in the Houndy village, Busan. Despite this, crime and fights occur almost daily among fellow citizens. Theft is rampant, with the strong preying on the weak, forgetting humanity in the midst of survival. Security forces do not stand idly by as crime occurs. They strive to maintain safety and hunt down criminals causing chaos in the refugee areas. Meanwhile, within tall buildings, the elite and wealthy seem unaffected by the events outside. The tragedy of the zombie outbreak causes housing prices to skyrocket due to the increased number of refugees in the city. Refugees scramble to buy houses as their new homes within the blockade area. Consequently, house prices soar, along with rent prices rising up to 30 times. Meanwhile, outside the government blockade, thousands of zombies still roam, seeking victims. Inside the blockade, the poor suffer from hunger and cold. The main character of this story is Chul Su, a 23-year-old laborer who is homeless. On a bright morning at the refugee site, Chul Su enjoys the cool morning air. Due to not having a home, he sleeps in a refugee tent like other poor residents. He spends his days working as a laborer, with little time for sleep. The money he earns from work is always saved to fulfill his dream. He needs 39 billion won to buy a house he dreams of. But with his current salary, can he accumulate that much money? Calculating, he needs 731 years to accumulate that amount with his current salary of only 4 million won. This situation sometimes makes him pessimistic. He thinks he will never be able to buy a house no matter how long he works like this. The only remaining way to quickly get that much money is through it. Chul Su looks at a video billboard in a building. The video billboard displays a talent depicting the lives of the majority of people currently suffering from hunger and cold in the refugee area. And all of this is caused by the zombie outbreak plaguing the city. He offers a movement to reclaim territory. He invites citizens to leave the blockade area and kill the zombies. Every zombie killed will receive a reward of 5 million won. Thus, every citizen will have a chance to live more decently. Many citizens are interested in the offer presented in the video billboard and flock to register and depart to the operation area via the train station. So does Chul Su, who is interested in trying his luck. The train ticket clerk asks Chul Su for the train ticket purchase fee. Chul Su hands over some money to buy the ticket, and he gets a train ticket to Pohang, the operation area to fight zombies. With the train ticket in hand, Chul Su walks towards platform 3 where the train will take him to his destination. He brings along some shovels he stole from his workplace. With enthusiasm, he walks, hoping that this step can change his poor life. The freight train that will transport Chul Su and other residents participating in this program has arrived at the platform. Chul Su rushes towards the freight train that will transport him. For him, there are only two choices now: becoming a zombie or having a house and the freedom to do whatever he wants. He will soon find out after arriving at his destination. Beside Chul Su, a woman is seen among their group. Suddenly, the woman falls and her belongings scatter on the floor. It turns out to be a bow and arrow. The woman complains of a headache from the fall, cursing the man who bumped into her and caused her to fall. A man picks up the woman's arrow. The woman prevents the man from taking her arrow, but it seems the man wants the weapon. The woman then tries to reclaim her crossbow, but the evil man intends to snatch it. The unfortunate woman's hair is grabbed by the man. The man tries to force the woman to hand over her crossbow as well. Chul Su watches the incident with a sharp gaze. Although the woman asks to be released, the evil man tries to drag her. Chul Su can't stand seeing this and grabs the hand of the evil man. The evil man stares sharply at Chul Su, appearing displeased with Chul Su interfering with his business. "Who are you? Are you a justice messenger?" The evil man asks Kim with an annoyed tone, to which Kim replies loudly, "Are you going to let her go?" Chul Su releases his grip, but the man still glares at him angrily, seemingly looking for trouble. Unexpectedly, Chul Su throws a punch at the face of the evil man, and the evil man falls to the ground, kissing the station floor. "I can't focus on killing zombies if people like you are targeting your own friends instead of killing those zombies," Chul Su says loudly to the man and orders him to leave. The woman looks at Chul Su. She thanks him for rescuing her from the evil man. Chul Su says there's no need to thank him. He thinks it might be better to have more than one weapon. Besides, this crossbow can be useful for long-range attacks. The woman doesn't understand the meaning of Chul Su's words. Meanwhile, the evil man looks scared after being beaten by Chul Su. "Hey, what's with all this commotion?" A soldier shouts from another corner of the station. The soldier's friend warns not to bother with the commotion because it's just a waste of energy. According to him, they are the poorest people in Busan and just trying to survive. So don't be too hard on them. These people are so enthusiastic because they don't know the true purpose of this operation, which is to reduce the population. They're just a bunch of fools. After some time, the journey of those participating in the operation to reclaim territory arrives at the Pohang station. They are surprised to see the station deserted. They all get off the train and don't see any zombies in this station. Furthermore, the soldiers are not here, so they don't know what to do. Chul Su and the woman are still inside the freight train car. Suddenly, an announcement is heard from the loudspeaker. People are surprised by the sound. Zombies are very sensitive to sound. A voice is heard speaking through the loudspeaker. He thanks the citizens for participating in the operation to reclaim territory. As is known, the population of Busan is currently very dense. Therefore, the government has concluded to reduce the population in order to secure agricultural land. Suddenly, a loud sound is heard from the loudspeaker, deafening everyone's ears. People cover their ears hearing the loud sound from the loudspeaker. They don't know what's happening right now. Another voice is heard through the loudspeaker, saying that the government and Busan will remember their sacrifices. From another corner of the Pohang train station, a horde of zombies begins to appear. Apparently, the zombies are arriving because they are attracted by the loud sound coming from the loudspeaker. The locomotive disconnects the cars and moves forward, leaving the Pohang station. Chaos ensues. People run to save themselves from the zombies hunting them. Many people fall and eventually become victims of the zombies. They did not expect to be treated like this by the government. Some people try to get into the cars to hide but are blocked by others. Although they tried to hide in the train car, the zombies still pursue them. Chul Su watches the increasingly chaotic situation. He hands the woman her crossbow, and she asks if Chul Su will fight against the zombies. Chul Su observes the number of zombies currently attacking the Pohang station. 7,900 zombies. He begins to prepare with his shovel weapon. With the shovel in his hand, Chul Su moves forward towards the zombies. Seeing a human, the zombies move to attack fiercely. Chul Su is prepared. He only thinks he must capture as many zombies as possible. The zombies attack from various directions. They approach Chul Su and attack him together. Chul Su swings his shovel towards the zombies' heads until they are crushed. More zombies arrive, but Chul Su enthusiastically swings his shovel towards them. The zombies appear angry and continue to attack. Chul Su, equally enraged, faces the increasing number of zombies. Kim's shovel blows repeatedly hit the zombies until many zombies fall. The shovel blows delivered by Chul Su make the zombies severed and scattered. The woman is seen on top of the train car. She tries to attack zombies from a distance using her crossbow. Chul Su lies on the station floor. The woman sees Chul's condition and worries if he can defeat the zombies alone. Chul slowly rises and takes his shovel again. Despite being tired, he will still try to fight the zombies with the remaining energy he has. The zombies move forward to attack Kim Chul Su. Kim Chul Su is ready to launch another attack with his shovel. He shouts while hitting the zombies nonstop until many zombies fall. Meanwhile, the woman is seen descending from the train car and watching Kim Chul Su fighting against the zombies. And at the end of that battle, when the morning sun shines, Kim Chul Su is seen sitting atop a pile of crushed zombie bodies. Bodies of people and zombies are scattered, filling the Pohang station with a frightening sight. Kim Chul Su remains silent, feeling exhausted after fighting against the zombies all night. The woman approaches Kim Chul Su and asks if he's okay. Kim Chul Su remains silent and counts how many zombies he has destroyed. "I've destroyed," Kim Chul Su screams to the woman. He wants to go get his money after this. The woman is surprised why Kim Chul Su came to this place just for money. Isn't he afraid of dying? Kim Chul Su explains his reasons for doing this. It's to have his own house. "I want to have my own house with a yard," Kim Chul Su says. He still wants to rest on top of the pile of zombie bodies. He wants to relieve his body fatigue. The scene shifts to a special operation team office to reclaim territory, Team 3 of the Ministry of Defense, Infrastructure, and Transportation. The head of Team 3 overseeing Kim's battle through a large monitor looks surprised at Kim's abilities. He managed to destroy up to 8,000 zombies overnight. At the border of Busan, outside the government blockade, bodies of zombies are scattered. 2 border guard soldiers are seen on alert, observing the surroundings. One of the soldiers, using binoculars, is startled by what he sees and calls his friend, Corporal Kim. "It seems like there's a zombie approaching," the soldier shouts. Corporal Kim, who was sleeping, wakes up and asks from which direction the zombie is coming. The soldier answers it seems to be from 12 o'clock and only one. But there are actually 2 zombies. The soldier informs Corporal Kim, who tries to observe the direction indicated by his friend. "You're so stupid. Haven't you ever seen a zombie? It's just 2 people walking. You keep yelling and waking me up," Corporal Kim shouts angrily at his friend. He tries to observe more clearly using the binoculars. He sees 2 people covered in blood and carrying bags approaching the blockade. Corporal Kim continues trying to see clearly what the 2 people are doing. One of them waves their hand upwards towards the 2 soldiers. It turns out to be the masked woman and Kim Chul Su. She shouts, saying that they're not zombies and asks not to be shot. In a ministry room, the head of Team 3 meets Kim Chul Su. The masked woman with short hair is still accompanying Kim Chul Su as they meet the head of Team 3. The head of Team 3 explains that Kim Chul Su has successfully killed 8,021 zombies, and each zombie is worth 5 million won, making the total prize money 40.1 billion won. Kim Chul Su and the woman are surprised by the large amount of money. Before handing over the money, the head of Team 3 instructs Kim Chul Su to keep secret anything related to the operation of reclaiming territories. Kim Chul Su signs the non-disclosure agreement. However, it seems that the secretary of the head of Team 3 is hesitant about giving such a large amount of money to a civilian. The head of Team 3 responds, saying he doesn't want to take the risk with someone who has eradicated all zombies at the Pohang station. If they don't pay him, they might become his next target. For now, let him take the money first. After that, he must return it to pay taxes to the government because it's the duty of a civil servant. The head of Team 3 whispers to his secretary with a smile. Kim Chul Su and the woman step out of the ministry building. He carries suitcases containing a lot of money from his work of exterminating zombies. The woman asks, "Where will you go after this?" Kim Chul Su takes some bundles of money and hands them to the woman. She looks surprised to receive the money from Kim Chul Su. "This is for you. From now on, don't follow me anymore," Kim Chul Su says to the woman. Then he leaves her, leaving her bewildered by his attitude. From a distance, the woman says, "Aren't you going to buy a house after this? Please let me know when you've successfully purchased your dream house. I will give you a gift for your new home." Kim Chul Su uses 39.5 billion won to buy a house he desires. He buys a house with a small yard near the Seosan area of Busan. "This house is now yours," says an old man selling the house to him. Kim Chul Su opens the gate to enter his new home. He steps in happily, now owning a house he dreamed of. He enters the house and stands near the door, observing the rooms inside. He walks in casually, unaware that danger is lurking around him. A sharp nail is seen on the floor of his house. True enough, Chul Su accidentally steps on the sharp nail, causing his foot to bleed. He is shocked to see that the blood on the nail is black, resembling zombie blood. He remembers being instructed at the ministry room to leave his shovel and bag contaminated with zombie blood. Chul Su suspects that he has fallen into a trap set by the officials. Not long after, he feels a change in his body. Cold sweat pours down his body, and his face and eyes start turning red. His mind flashes back to moments with his younger brother. He tells his brother that after being separated from their parents for so long, he will buy a house for both of them. He wants to buy a house with a yard and put their family nameplate on it, so their parents can easily find them. Outside Chul Su's house, the team leader gets out of the car, carrying a loudspeaker. He arrives with several security guards and his secretary. The team leader says that Chul Su, who has just returned from the operation to reclaim territories, has been infected by a zombie. The secretary reminds not to provoke too much as it could be dangerous, but the team leader doesn't listen to the advice. He says if there's a rumor that someone survived the operation to reclaim territories, that person will be targeted by the slashers. The team leader continues speaking through the loudspeaker, saying that according to the law, people infected by zombies must be eliminated, and their property must be seized by the state. Chul Su emerges from behind the door of his house, staggering. He looks angry seeing the officials and security personnel in his house. The team leader notices that the infection Chul Su is experiencing has begun to react. Chul Su will soon turn into a zombie. After enduring the suffering of poverty he has experienced so far, now he must endure the cruelty of a heartless government. This situation makes Chul Su angry. The team leader doesn't understand what Chul Su is saying. Chul Su shouts loudly that he just wants to own a house. Aren't people like him allowed to own a house? The security guards are a little frightened seeing Chul Su's condition, which is beginning to be controlled by anger. Suddenly, Chul Su runs to attack the security guards, shouting, asking why they are so cruel to him. The scene shifts to a building in the Aqua City area. From the outside, a crossbow is seen lying near the house's door. A beautiful woman with short hair is taking a shower. Suddenly, she is startled by a sound from outside. Her secretary says that the client who made an appointment at 5 o'clock has arrived. The woman tells her secretary that her guest should wait until she finishes showering. The secretary goes to the living room and tells the guest to wait for his boss to finish showering. The guest is a slightly overweight man and patiently waits. A few moments later, the homeowner woman comes out. The guest looks surprised by the appearance of the woman, who turns out to be a beautiful lady. The woman is Choi Ah-jong, the owner of the slasher company Choi and Jang. Meanwhile, the guest is Mr. Jong Myung-ho. Miss Ah-jong asks Mr. Myung-ho the purpose of his visit. Mr. Myung-ho says he heard there's a company that can retrieve items from zombie areas. Laughing, Miss Ah-jong says that Mr. Myung-ho has come to the right place because her company specializes in services like that. Her company has expertise in various tasks related to zombies, including retrieving items from zombie areas. Mr. Myung-ho says that currently, he only has 1 billion won. Hearing this, Miss Ah-jong gets angry and scolds her secretary for wasting her time meeting beggars like this. She wants her secretary to kick out the guest. Mr. Myung-ho stammers and says, "Wait a minute. These items are worth more than 50 billion won. Before the zombie outbreak, he bought some coins for fun. In recent years, the value of the dollar and won has fallen, and now the value of those coins has increased thousands of times. So, he will share the profit with the company if they retrieve the hard disk containing those coins." Hearing Mr. Myung-ho's explanation, Miss Ah-jong starts to soften. Mr. Myung-ho continues his statement. However, the current price of a slasher is very expensive. He asks if there are slashers that are slightly cheaper. Slightly cheaper? Miss Ah-jong answers Mr. Myung-ho's question. She says there is a newcomer slasher that has caught her interest, and she will contact him. Finally, Mr. Myung-ho agrees to use Choi and Jong's services to retrieve his valuable items from the zombie area. He then leaves Miss Ah-jong's house. A newcomer? I've never heard about that. Did you eavesdrop on the operation to reclaim territories these past few days? Secretary Park asks Miss Ah-jong. Miss Ah-jong only replies that she wasn't eavesdropping and she has to leave now. She orders Secretary Park to prepare the equipment while she changes clothes. She also instructs to prepare tissues for celebrating the new house. We return to Kim Chul Su's house. Kim Chul Su moves forward to attack the security guards who are trying to apprehend him. One security guard falls victim to his attack. The guard tries to fight back using his baton, but Kim Chul Su manages to dodge the blow. The zombie virus infecting Kim Chul Su begins to manifest its symptoms. He starts acting brutally, biting the security guard's neck. The guard feels the pain of being bitten by Kim Chul Su. Other guards look shocked and frightened by Kim Chul Su's savage attack. They attempt to remove Kim Chul Su, who is still trying to attack the helpless guards. The guard struggles to break free from Kim Chul Su's grip, aided by his comrades. The cries of pain from the guard and the rage of Kim Chul Su, now controlled by the zombie virus, echo in the location. Another security guard pulls him away forcefully to keep him away from the defenseless guard. The guard lies on the ground, screaming in pain, his neck severely injured. The leader of Team 3 orders the guards to shoot Kim Chul Su in the head if he tries to attack again. Kim Chul Su lies there, feeling his body being taken over by the zombie virus attacking him. Suddenly, he rises shakily and screams, claiming that no one can take his home. It seems Kim Chul Su is about to turn into a zombie. The security guards prepare to subdue Kim Chul Su. He goes berserk, facing the attacks from the guards, who are clearly no match for him. They end up helpless, attacked by Kim Chul Su. Some guards even turn into zombies due to the infection from Kim Chul Su, attacking their own helpless comrades. Meanwhile, the leader of Team 3 finds himself cornered under a car as Kim Chul Su approaches. He even ignores his secretary's cries for help as she is attacked by the guards turned zombies. Eventually, the secretary also turns into a zombie. The leader of Team 3 didn't expect that securing just one person would end like this. Suddenly, a young man arrives at the chaotic scene. The leader of Team 3 is surprised and doesn't recognize the newcomer, asking, "Who are you?" The young man is a slasher from Choi and Jong Company, Ha Sang-soo. He's earned the nickname Weeding Machine and has already eradicated 77,890 zombies. The leader of Team 3 starts recognizing the young man, who has been hired by the Ministry of Defense, and asks for help. "What should I do with this one, miss?" The young man asks the short-haired woman beside him. It turns out she's Miss Ah-jong, the owner of the slasher company. Miss Ah-jong instructs Ha Sang-soo to take care of the leader of Team 3. Without hesitation, Ha Sang-soo prepares to finish off the team leader. With one swift stroke, his cutting weapon separates the head of the team leader from his body. The arrival of another human at the scene catches the attention of the zombie security guards. Indeed, they start moving towards Miss Ah-jong and Ha Sang-soo. Ha Sang-soo, the zombie hunter, doesn't stand idle. He fights back against the zombies with his weapon. One by one, he manages to destroy the zombies. The only one left from the fight is Kim Chul Su, who is now slouched over, struggling against the effects of the zombie virus trying to overtake his consciousness. Ha Sang-soo asks Miss Ah-jong what he should do with Kim Chul Su. His eyes start to redden, indicating he's about to turn into a zombie. Miss Ah-jong observes Kim Chul Su's condition. She sees determination in him and thinks he could be made into a valuable slasher. Miss Ah-jong orders Ha Sang-soo not to touch Kim Chul Su unless he wants his salary cut. Ha Sang-soo obeys his boss's orders to avoid losing his pay. Kim Chul Su remains slouched, weak, lost in thought. "Can you hear me, sir?" Miss Ah-jong asks him. Kim Chul Su doesn't react at first. His gaze starts to blur as he looks towards Miss Ah-jong. He spits out thick red liquid from his mouth. "You have to answer me, sir. Miss Ah urges him to speak. What do you want? Can't you see I'm about to turn into a zombie? Chul Su questions Miss Ah. Miss Ah then explains who she is. She's from a special service that deals with zombies called slashers. It's a job for extraordinary individuals, including those who survived operations to reclaim territories. It's a high-paying job. If he accepts a mission to take over a territory beyond the blockade, he'll get a huge bonus. In anger, Chul Su says, "Didn't you hear what I just said? I'm going to become a zombie soon." However, Miss Ah responds, "If you say you want to live, then I will give you the antidote, and in return, you work for me as a slasher." For Chul Su, whether he becomes a zombie or not, it's all the same. His life feels like hell. He doesn't want the antidote. But suddenly, Miss Ah injects the serum into Chul Su. He starts convulsing after receiving the injection. Miss Ah observes Chul Su's condition. She takes his fingerprint as a sign of agreement. The antidote is worth 500 billion won per injection. Many people don't care about money to get this serum. Miss Ah says to Chul Su, who seems to have passed out. Sang-soo, who has been watching this scene, seems to underestimate Chul Su. He sees Chul Su as useless.